What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Power Play with CJ. I want to focus in. I'm about to do this piece from the Bruins with Matt Frazier, but how bad does the Tyler Seguin trade look? As Matt Frazier was claimed off waivers by the Oilers, played I think tonight for them against Los Angeles. But I mean, this team is the Bruins are struggling to score. It's just an abysmal season offensively. You know, the final Brad Marchand finally got his 10th of the year. He's the only Bruin in double digits. Meanwhile, Sagan's got 25 goals in the season, leading the NHL. So has 43 points. Put him in the top five in the NHL scoring race. I mean, you look at a team that has no, there's a really, trying to think, is devoid of offensive creativity, especially with David Krejci being hurt this year, and you trade away a guy like Sagan, that's one of the best offensive players in the entire league, and I get why they did it. And look at last year with Smith, with Erickson, with the team they had last year, they were able to win the President's Trophy. Obviously, having Jerome McGinley, but this year it's just been, McGinley's gone. Smith isn't playing like he did last year. Erickson actually is playing very well as of late, but it's awful, and I think a lot of it comes back on how can Claude Julien and the Bruins handle young talent. I mean, there's a reason the common thread among Phil Kessel and Tyler Seguin are working out in Boston is both of them bashed heads with Claude Julien, and Claude tried to, in many ways, in my eyes, coach the creativity out of them, and that is a recipe for disaster, especially with younger players that have such amazing offensive upsides. I mean, Sagan's leading the league in goal scoring. I think Kessel's like sixth, and you trade both of them away, and I got a good haul, one led to the other, all that, but you know, the Bruins right now, Jesus, Riley Smith get 19 points, Louis Erickson got 23. Combined, they have less than Sagan. And again, Frazier, I think, had like 2 or 3 goals. So the three of them combined put him over. Actually, Morrow wasn't playing bad for him. I sent him down, but he might be a really good defenseman. But this Bruins team, they needed something, needed a shot in the arm, and with you know, Sagan gone, it's kind of like, what are we gonna do? There's no. I think Pastrnak's gonna be a great player. I think Kovalchuk's gonna be a great player. Neither one of them's gonna be Tyler Sagan. And I just think, what can the coaching staff do going forward with young players? Because if this is the case, you know, it's already been a rough season. It's gonna be a rough couple of years, because as good as Krejci and those guys are, you know, having losing a guy like Sagan for, I'm not gonna say nothing in return because Riley Smith is a good player, Erickson's a good player, Morrow is gonna be, I think, a very, very good player, but you know, it's tough, and hopefully with the Pastrnaks and the Kovalchuk's, guys like that, Claude doesn't butt heads with them and allows them to play their game. I know with Sagan there were many, many issues off the ice with him, but I think the Bruins should have done something to work on it because he's excelling in Dallas. I know the team's struggling, but he was a big part of why they made the playoffs last year with 84 points in the season. So, you know, it just every time Sagan, has a highlight reel goal, it's like, Jesus, we could use that with the Bruins, but we'll see what happens. I mean, it's just a raw deal, and Frazier was supposed to be like a pretty good goal scorer, getting waived and playing for Edmonton now. Just small salt in the wound. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Anyway, that's an episode of the Power Play with CJ on how bad the Tyler Seguin trade looks a year and a half later. Stay tuned for episodes of the season and beyond. Well, later, guys.